Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. This is Solar Adams gave my latest review on Naruto Shippuden episode 454, Shisui's Request. Like we're getting more and more deeper into the history of Itachi arc. We also know that Itachi, he was a genius. He progressed. Yeah, he was very smart and intelligent. He was very strong and diligent. I mean, even though he tried his best, to understand the world, there was a part of him, that saw the world, a little differently. Like life, people lived, people died. To protect life is to live. To let it to let it die is to fail. Stuff like that. Mostly because Orochimaru was crap. Oh, bastard. Anyway, situation. Ever since last episode, like we've seen deeper, so we also get some character development. I mean, he's starting to make friends. He was a part of a two-man squad, kind of a three-man squad in Sensei. He was a part of it. We get to learn that Obito, oh, oh, was responsible for killing Itachi's crew. We get to see that one of his friends was taken down by him. It's like very sad. It's like I mean, I know it's sad. It's character development, seeing how deep. I know it's a little, we're getting deeper and deeper into Itachi's history. I it's kind of hard not to feel sad about for Itachi. He was very gifted, but he lost so much. Even though he awakened his Sharingan, the Uchiha awakened their Sharingan because of strong emotion. Whether it's sadness, pain, love, hatred, hatred, either emotion, it triggers it. We get to see Itachi. He suffered a lot as a boy. Oh, I mean, oh, so it's very, hard for him. Definitely very hard. I wish we got some of this sooner. Yeah, even though this is just filler arc, I do like it. I do like it. Anyway, Itachi's just 8 years old. He's a Geni. He's awakening his Sharingan. Now, his father, even though he's proud of his son for awakening, knowing how diligent he is, but Itachi doesn't care. He doesn't care being praised. He doesn't care what his father thinks. There's a part of him that's a little. I think is very upset. That this happened now. This happened because he lost his comrade. Lost his comrade. Like There's a part of him that's like, crying on the inside, like very angry, but he doesn't want to express his emotion. I mean, Itachi's not is very cool tempered and hot and cool tempered and cool headed. Like he doesn't express his emotions too much. He takes things very seriously. So yeah, we also get to see that Shisui is a Jonin. Like he's supposed to be a little older than Itachi. Like I think about I don't know how old he is, but he's probably like 2-3 years older maybe. And we get to see how tall he is. He's a Jonin, I see, and we get to see them more and more. Older, he tries to do his best. Oh, but Sasuke always wants to play with little Sasuke. Sasuke's just 4, or just 4 years old right now. Itachi's still like 8. I know Sasuke's wants to play with Itachi, but Itachi's always seriously going off on errands, so he doesn't have time. Even like he has a mission, but Itachi's not really a mission. He's just training with Itachi. Itachi's like training him. Shisui's trying to train Itachi how to track things down. And he knows that Sasuke's a little impatient, because he doesn't get to see his big brother all the time. So, and Shisui knows this. That why did you have to lie? Now, it's not a lie. If I'm going out with you, I treat this as a real mission. He's trying to learn how to track people down. Try to hunt down fugitives. And it's like it's a good skill. Itachi's trying to learn how to handle things. Try to be wary of his environment, especially now that he's awakened his Sharingan. I think there's a part of him now that's trying to adjust. After the loss of his friend, trying to focus on other things. It makes sense. I mean, when you deal with grief, you deal with it in different ways, right? So this is probably Itachi's way of learning. And the thing is, Shisui knows. Like he's known Itachi since they were children. He knows Itachi when he was a child. So he knows a lot. So he could tell that Itachi's very upset. And so he tries to do his best to hang out with Itachi, try to make sure that Itachi relies on him. I mean, think about it. Itachi said that Shisui was his best friend. And this is just further proof into this friendship. Even though No, it's filler and not officially canon, but I like that we got some of this because it's trying to deepen their friendship. So let them know how Itachi felt and how Shisui helped shoulder his burden. Like he's trying to teach him, to do things right. Trying to help him handle this situation. Like, don't just vent everything inside. Channel him productively in a different way. Like he's trying to teach him, even though some of the stuff he's teaching him is basic, he's trying to make sure to help him adjust. The things get a little more hectic now, and now as he sees that they find out that something happens in the training ground. He found out these Ambu Black Ops are fighting among themselves. It's like a 3 against 1, like 4 of them, 3 against 1. However, one of them is directly assigned to the Hokage to receive a mission, but he's intercepted by 3 other Ambu Black Ops. But these guys are members of the Foundation, aka Danzo's Foundation, and we all know how bad a guy Danzo is. So it makes sense. Like he's even though Danzo, even though he's a lead elder, he's trying to protect the village. Like he's trying to do things his way. Trying to do things his way in a way that's not the same way as Hiruzen Sarutobi, the third Hokage. Remember, they competed with each other. He was a member of a coup d'état faction of a group called the Hawk Faction who tried to oust the third Hokage. Even though we don't even though we don't know who most of the members are factions, I know that Danzo was one of them. Like he competed with him for a long time. And like if Hiruzen was the light, he was the darkness. So they're trying to do their best, to make sure they don't, they're trying to do their best to intercede in this conflict, even though even though it's very wrong. Even though these people, they think they're trying to do their things for the right village. It's like he was saying he wants to secure peace, and try to negotiate, while the Foundation they want to use dark and dirty methods to protect the village by eradicating their enemy using force. Shisui knows what their ideals are, but he doesn't want. But he doesn't want to see people die. He's like a little bit like Itachi. He doesn't want to. He has his own moral and principles as well. He doesn't want to see. He doesn't want to see know that they go through this. He doesn't want to see them, have inner conflict within the village. Because if word of this got out, then it would lead to some internal struggle. Very problematic for the village. It would sow seed of a new conflict. Even though I did like the fighting in this episode, seeing how both Itachi and Shisui both use their Sharingan. Even though Itachi's just awakened his at 8 years old, he already has two tomos, while Shisui's a little older. He's awakened 3. I mean, he has 3, so he's probably around the same age as Sasuke was. Older. 13 probably. Seeing how they handle the Anbu, how they handle them. And even though they're outnumbered, they're not completely outmatched. Itachi's a genius, and Shisui, he's one of the best fighters. I mean, Shisui didn't become a Jonin for nothing. I think so. I even see how Shisui's do work. It's like Phantom after him is Shadow Clone Jutsu. Shisui's nickname was Shisui the Teleporter, making his Sharingan make people feel phantom experiences, and that's the power of his Mangekyo. Okay, and it doesn't look like he awakened the Mangekyo. He doesn't show it, but he is he's an expert with the Sharingan, and Itachi he's an amateur either. So anyway, they defeat the Anbu. However, Itachi gets it into his head that a true shinobi isn't one who seeks glory, one who works from the shadows, protecting the village. We get to see them, and they talk. The Foundation, they're gonna be watching them and now seeing how skilled they are. They're just kids and they kick their asses. So, this is a good episode for character development and for a certain standpoint. See that this is where Itachi gets in his head that he wants to join the Anbu. Even though we saw some of this stuff in the Kakashi story arc, that story arc was supposed to be mostly about Kakashi, not Itachi. So this is gonna be from Itachi. This story arc is from Itachi's point of view, and I like it. It's good. Even though it's filler and people want to get back to the original canon, Itachi's an awesome character, so they should at least show him some respect. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and thank you. I saw the preview for next episode. It looks awesome. Danzo's gonna be doing all his crusty old stuff. Always trying to be sneaky, and it looks like he's gonna make Itachi some kind of offer. That's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and thank you. This is Stellar Landscape, my latest review on Naruto Shippuden episode 454. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and thank you.